Mama Sky. And today, in collaboration with XOXO Cosmetics, I'm going to leave the link down below. I'm their host for this month, and this month we're talking all things mama. And so there's so much information that you can learn from their website, from getting rid of stretch marks, to growing your baby's hair, to finding a way to lift these babies because they kind of like, face down after you have a baby. So yeah, make sure you head over to the website and check what they're all about. However, today I'll be talking about my best and darkest moments as a new mom. And I'm going to try my best to also talk about when I was pregnant and also after I had a baby. We'll go back and forth a little bit, but let's get right into it. So I'm going to start with my best moments before I get into my dark moments, because those dark moments, I really don't want to get into it. And in today's video, I'm going to be going like really, really deep. These are real experiences for me, and I just really like sharing my story. I'm a sharer, and so you guys have it for free. If this is your first time here, please don't forget to subscribe. If this is not your first time, thank you so much for coming back. So let's get into all of this, okay? So my best moments. First and foremost, my favorite moment of all times was holding my baby in my arms. When I met her for the first time, it was like, I used to hear about people talking about, oh my God, when I met my baby, it was love at first sight. You feel a love like you've never felt before. And I used to think like, what are these people talking about? But immediately I saw her. I can't really like say that, it was love like you've never felt before. Of course I loved her and everything, but I don't want to exaggerate it like most people exaggerate it. They have their own experience, I have my own experience, but for me that's not what it was. I was just happy to meet her for the first time, holding her in my stomach for 9 months, and then finally meeting her was just like, I don't know how to explain it, but it was really a magical moment. I pushed for 5 minutes. It wasn't crazy for me, fortunately, but yeah, holding her in my arms and then seeing her dad and the look on his face was just magical, okay? I can't explain it, I'm sorry. And guess what? I recorded it, and then I formatted my camera, right? And deleted everything. So you guys forgive me, but that moment was precious. And even though I wasn't able to show you guys, just me and my husband being there and experiencing it, I think that's all we needed. We don't have that to show you guys or to show anybody or to show her, but I'm sure she felt it at that moment, and we felt it, and that's all that matters. Next, my best moment was the free food in the hospital. I ate, okay? And it's like those people know. So I could have 2 servings of food for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. So I ordered food for my husband and then for myself, and I got 2 free orders. Anything after that, we had to pay for it. So guess what? I got my 2 free orders, and then we paid for another one for him. Yeah, because that's how hungry I was. I just wanted to eat, especially after like how many hours that they say that you cannot eat and all of that. And then finally I get to eat. I ate non-stop, and I think that's how I gained weight in the hospital. But the free food was delectable. And I know a lot of people say hospital food is nasty and all of that, but the hospital I went to, Norman Regional Health Plex, something, so I'm going to leave the name down below. That was the best hospital. Their food is just everything. I drove 40 minutes for my labor, so it was worth it, but their food is really delicious. The next best moment for me was taking epidural. I heard a lot of horror stories about epidural, but when I was in pain, it was, when I was in pain, I was in pain. But as soon as I got my epidural, lucky for me, I didn't have any complications complications. Some people take epidural 3 times, 1 time, and in like 5 minutes. 5 minutes, I'm even pushing it. 2 minutes. My body just went through this relief. It felt like everything was, my eyes could open, I could talk. It was the best feeling in the world. People will make you feel horrible about epidural. Don't listen to them. Take your epidural, okay? Take it. It was the best feeling. I was ready. When I took my epidural, I did my makeup, I took pictures. I was ready to meet my baby. By the time she came, I was done doing my makeup. I pushed, I did not feel nothing. I had tears, they sewed me up, I didn't feel nothing. I met my baby. The pain after that, yes, but it wasn't that, it's nothing compared to the actual, labor pains. But epidural was heavenly for me, okay, and that was a favorite moment for me. Another best moment for me was my push gift. See, I know, like, maybe bringing it up here, someone will say, we want mommy show, SS, whatever. I don't care, but that was the best moment for me. My husband got me a push gift, and I was so excited to get it, and that was really like a highlight for me. And I'm like, if this is what I get for pushing out a baby, then can we have more babies, please? But that was really a highlight for me. I'm gonna attach a picture of my second baby, maybe right here. But yeah, shout out to hubby. Another best moment for me was using everything that we got for her. So when we were doing shopping for her, getting her car seat, her stroller, her outfit, her bed, her snoo. It was exciting getting those things and setting up the nursery and everything, but when we finally got to use those things, it was just like, because for months and months we got to see those things and pack it up, fold her laundry. When we bought her outfits, we washed it and folded it, and I think that's actually another favorite moment for me, when I did her laundry and I used like this baby soap called Drift, which I'll advise you not to use. It has a lot of chemicals in it that actually irritate your baby's body, and that's what happened with Sky. But the smell from that detergent is like straight up baby. It's like those people in that factory, they blend babies and create that. It's like they use babies to create that smell, but the smell is like so heavenly. And I remember doing her laundry when I was pregnant and folding those things, and it just felt like she was already there, but she wasn't. So that was another favorite moment. But actually getting to use those things when she was finally with us was just like a very satisfying feeling, to use her diapers and use her wipes and do her laundry and wear her cute outfits. There's just this feeling about it that is just like, I don't know how to explain. And that's why I really feel for people that do all of that, go through that extent of doing shopping and laundry, and then don't get to bring their babies back home. I can really feel for them, because you're so excited for your baby to use those things and then they finally don't. That should be really hard, and my heart really goes out to those people. But that was a really nice moment for us to see her using the things that we bought for her and the things that people bought for her, because we got a lot of support from friends and family who like spoiled her, literally spoiled her. Another best moment for me was sleep training her. It's a little bit of 50-50, because the process of sleep training her was really difficult. There was a lot of crying involved between her, her dad, and me. We all cried, but finally she got sleep trained. And I say it's the best moment, because when she was finally sleep trained, we're able to do so many things. She goes to bed at 7 o'clock. I can do homework. I can record YouTube videos for you guys. I can do something for my own self. I can work out. I can sleep. Just so many things can be done when she goes to bed. And because at that age they sleep so much, she sleeps from 7 p.m. to 7 a.m. that's a whole 12 hours that I can get to do so many things, including getting a full night of sleep, maybe 8 hours. But sleep training was perfect. And so I think the first night when she slept without crying, we put her down and she slept without crying. That was the best night ever, because sleep training involves a lot of crying. The last best moment for me was, I got a lot of old friends that reached out to me when I was pregnant, people that I haven't spoken to for years, people that were beefing me for whatever reason, or people that were mad at me for whatever childish reason we were fighting about, even fights that I started, or fights that they started, or just friends that I really like, how can I explain it? Like, we had really drifted apart. When I was pregnant, I heard back from all of them. I'm not going to say some of them. I heard from all of them, and it was really heartwarming to just think that as women, we can be supportive of each other, because it's not an easy process to be pregnant and to go through all that by yourself. And so I was really grateful for these friends of mine, and shout out to you guys. So now moving on to the negative things. Like, I'm really a positive person. I don't like to dwell on negative things. I'm gonna share with you guys because I'm open, okay? I'm an open book, and I'm gonna tell you guys exactly the dark moments that I had. But I'm gonna keep it short, I'm gonna keep it simple, because I don't want it to affect my energy. First one is, so there was a day that I thought about it. As most of you know, I did not plan to have my baby, right? So she came as a blessing, she came as a surprise. I was actually pregnant on my wedding, my traditional wedding. I was like 3 weeks pregnant on my traditional wedding day. I didn't know that, but I was pregnant. And so she wasn't planned. And so I had all these plans for myself. I was gonna go back to school because I came to America as an international student. And so after my traditional wedding, I was gonna, get all these goals for myself, get stable in America, get a good paying job, after finishing school. And so having a child was really like, what am I gonna do? So it was scary because I wasn't sure how that was going to happen. How was I going to provide for her? My husband, on the other hand, he had a full-time job, he's stable, he's done with school. But me as a woman, I just felt like I wanted to have my own thing to provide for my child. And so that was a really dark moment for me, because I was like, how am I going to provide for her? I have a supportive husband and everything, but it was just scary thinking about it. And so there were moments where I felt like, oh, I want to get my daughter this cute outfit that I saw, or I see this really cute thing and I want to get it for her. But I have to go back to my husband to ask him, like, oh, please, I want to get this. Can you give me some money to get it for her? I mean, he has never complained or anything, but to me, it was just like, this is something I would want to remove my own money and do for her. But I wasn't able to do that, and it just really like hit a part of me that was so, I don't know how to explain, but that was difficult. I mean, after she got here and everything, I was able to, do makeup and do things and get money on the side to do the things that I want to do for myself and for her. But yeah, that was a dark moment for me. Right now, I'm in a better place. I start work on Monday, which is good. But when you see stay-at-home moms that stay at home because they have to take care of the baby while their husbands go back to work, it's not as easy as it looks. It looks like, oh, she's just staying at home taking care of the baby. But there's a part of you that wants to make your own money. There's a part of you that wants to be independent. There's a part of you that wants to be able to just... There are certain things you want to buy for your child that your husband will never understand. To him, it's not necessary. And it's not everything that you want to get that is necessary. There are just things that you just want to get it because you just want to get it. And so, yeah, that was a really dark side. It's hard for me sharing that, but it's a fact. I went through that, and it is what it is. Another dark moment that I went through was my milk coming in. So when I came back from the hospital, The lactation nurses had told me about my milk coming in, but to me it just sounded like, oh, my boobs will be ready to feed her. But when that happened, that's not how it happened. I came home probably like 2 days. So I gave birth on Friday, and Sunday I was home. So on Monday, my milk came in, and the way it came in, I was not ready for it. Immediately, my boobs became like a rock. It was hard, it was hurting. I could not even move. Like any movement I made, it was hurting. So I had to find a way to get it out. I did not know how to get it out. I had bought my pumping machine. I didn't know how it works. I had not sanitized it. I didn't know what to do. I literally called my aunt, and she, I watched YouTube videos as well, and she helped me. And I pumped out the first milk that came out, but it was really hard because that's the first milk. My things were not sanitized, and so I had to throw it away. But yeah, that was hard because I wasn't ready for it at all, and it hurt so bad. Another dark moment I had were haters. You see people talk about haters, and sometimes when people talk about it, it's like, oh, who does she think she is? She thinks she has haters. But I legit had haters. I had people texting my phone, texting my husband's phone, saying all these crazy things. And being pregnant or being a new mom, those are not things that you want to hear. Those are not things that are good for you to hear at that time. You're very sensitive. You have a baby you have to take care of. And so it was a very dark moment. I'm not going to go into details of what they said, but it was a really hard moment. And I just want people to think about the things that they say to people before they say it. I don't know if we have demons and satans walking this earth, which I think we really do. Because for you to say some things about, or to a new mom or to a pregnant lady, it's just like, you really don't care. Like, I don't know. It's just, I have a strong backbone, and so those things affected me for a little bit, but I just let it go. I put it in God's hand, and I moved on from it. Luckily, my husband, too, he's very supportive, and so we talked about it and we moved on from it, but I just put them in God's hand. Another thing was, last but not the least, I'm going to round up the video, is my weight gain and depression. And I got depression from my weight gain. My body changed in ways that I could never imagine. I knew my body was going to change, but I didn't think it was going to change in the ways that it was going to change. And so, yeah, I'll talk more about that in another video, but I'll see you guys in the next